students will be able to simplify algebraic expressions. So I'm just going to do a quick example right here. Let's just say it was 8x plus 7y minus 10y plus 2x. So in the first two lessons, 3.1 and 3.2, I did make it a little bit more complicated than I could have, but it does help you now in this lesson. The first thing you want to do is split up your terms. Notice how my operation is always in front of the number. When you split your terms, you want to make sure to do the same thing. That 8x is positive. That 7y is positive. That 10y is negative, and that 2x is positive. If you don't split up your terms, sometimes you think of that 10 as a positive, not negative. From there, you add like terms. 8x plus 2x is 10x. Once again, they're both positive, right? 8x and 2x. Signs are the same, so you add, you get positive 2, or you get positive 10x. This is the part that gets a little tricky though. The y's, right? Cross these out. 7y plus negative 10y, right? Signs are different now. So you're technically going to subtract, and you get 3y. But this is a part I have to stress out, because the 10, the negative team, has more players than the positive team. That 3 is actually negative, so I put a minus there, and my answer is 10x minus 3. Please understand that on a test or quiz, if you write 10x plus 3y, the whole thing is wrong. Yes, you got that 10. Yes, you got that 3. But because you put the wrong operation in between them, the whole thing is wrong. That's why you want to make sure to understand your integer rules. Whenever you're adding, right, you always ask yourself who has more players to determine if it's a positive or a negative. You have to keep that in mind. All right, so just like before, I'll do 2 examples with you, and then you'll do a few on your own. So example 1, 0.2m plus 0.5m plus 2. So, this problem's obviously a lot easier because everything's positive, but still split it up. I will admit this. You split it up when you see minus signs to help you understand negatives. When they're all positive, you don't really have to, but I recommend just doing it anyway. So these two are like terms because they both have m, and they're both positive. Signs are the same, so you add. And it's 0.7m. Cancel, cancel. From there, that 2, right, that positive 2, it has no buddies. It has no one to combine it with. So you just bring it down. So literally, I'm going to bring it down. See? Just goes right down. And notice because that 2 is positive, there's a plus sign in between the 2 terms. So it's 0.7m plus 2. And there's your answer. (1.2p plus 0.1p plus 4. Again, they're all positive, so you don't have to split them, but I recommend you do it. Split, split. These two both have the letter p in it. They're both positive, same sign, so we're going to add. And 1.2 plus 0.1 is 1.3p. Gone, gone, and then you bring down that plus 4. My final answer, 1.3p plus 4. So you're going to go ahead and do these on your own. See, notice that these have minus signs in it. So please split them up so you know that they're negatives. I highly recommend you splitting up your terms. If signs are the same, you add. If signs are different, you subtract. Keep the sign of the bigger absolute value, or whoever has more players. All right, B. You have 1/2 m minus 1/4 m plus 5 plus 2. Once again, especially with minus signs, you're going to split them up. These guys have different signs, right? This is a positive. This is a negative. They both have m, though. So I'm going to combine them. But because signs are different, I'm going to subtract. So over here, I'm going to do 1/2 minus 1/4. Please don't forget the m, though, when you bring it down later. So just to go a little bit faster, their LCM is 4. So it's times 2 times 2, so it's 2 over 4, minus times 1 times 1, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So my answer is 1 over 4m. Now I'm going to combine these two. This is actually a little bit easier because they're not fractions. They're both positive, so you add and you get 7, right? You get positive 7. So I have to write plus 7. Please understand, if it was a negative 7, you would have wrote minus 7. So because both 5 and 2 are positive, you're going to write plus 7. And this is my final answer. All right, now it's 3/5 y minus 1 plus 3/10 y minus 2. This is going to get a little more challenging now. Split up your terms. So once again, this is a positive, this is a negative, this is a positive, and this is a negative. The two y's are both positive, so signs are the same. So I'm going to add 3/5 plus 3/10. The LCM is 10. So times 2 times 2, which is 6, times 1 times 1, which is 3. I add and I get 9/10. Just don't forget to bring down the y. Gone, gone. Now look at your constants, the ones without a variable. -1, -2. Signs are the same, so you add. And 1 plus 2 is 3. But because -1 plus -2 is -3, I'm going to write minus 3. And my final answer is 9 over 10y minus 3. So you're going to do these 4 on your own and call me over. And these 4 on your own and call me over. And this is the last one, the last 3. Alright, so, I don't know, this one's kind of weird. 4 plus 9 plus 6. Listen, they're all like terms, so just add them together. I like to jump around, right? 4 plus 6 is 10, and then plus 9 is 19. I was able to add all 3 terms because they didn't have a variable attached to them. Example 2 and 3, a little bit more challenging, right? 4y plus 9 plus 6y. Split up your terms. 4y plus 6y is 10y. Gone, gone. Bring down that positive 9, and you're done. Answer is 10y plus 9. 2m plus 4 minus 12m. Split up your terms. Split, split. Positive, positive, negative. Now I combine 2m with negative 12m. Signs are different, so you subtract. 12 minus 2 is 10, but the negative team has more players. So it's not just 10, it's negative 10m. Cross it out, cross it out. Plus 4 doesn't have anyone, no partners, no buddies to combine with, so you just bring it down, and it's plus 4, right? Please understand, I'm just literally bringing it down. See, plus 4. All you have to do. And you're done. So then do the rest on your own and call me over if you have any questions.